Heathers.
Lick it up, baby. Lick it up.
Heather, and Heather. God, fucking Heathers has so many good lines.
I know, right?
Just great lines.
I do like that they got them in there, some in the same, like, that line obviously you have to have when it happens in the movie, but some of the other ones, like Fuck Me Gently with a Chainsaw, was in a different place in the musical, but I liked that it was still in there. But it wasn't just the movie script by rote.
I feel a little conflicted because I loved the first act so much, and like there was like a point in the second act where I literally, like, from one point through the rest of the show, I was like, no. I didn't like it. I didn't like how it was handled, is what I didn't like. So I was like, yes. No. That's what happened for me. I did not like the second half of the second act at all. But I admit that I haven't seen the movie in a long time, and from what you were saying, I don't know. The tone wasn't what I wanted it to be, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have a problem with the second act. In fact, I thought the end was lightened up a smidge. There's a little bit, Veronica retains a little bit of her edge at the end of the movie that I feel like was sweetened up in the end of the musical. And then the beginning, my only issue with the beginning is that they, like, jawbreakered her. She was not friends with the Heathers in the beginning, and then they gave her a makeover. And I understand that it was set up that world of, like, cliques and teenagers and all of that stuff in high school and the battlefield that it was. I loved it. I saw it twice, and I loved it even more the second time. The first time I was like just drinking it in, I think.
Barrett, Wilbert, weed, what the fuck?
I mean, listen, from Bear we knew she could wail.
We knew, but we had no idea.
But also, like, her comedic acting was fantastic. She had that sarcastic thing in Bear that, like, she would get occasional funny lines, but...
She's fucking incredible.
She's amazing.
Her voice is, like, unbelievably sickening, like, literally, like, my jaw dropping all the time, and, like, just so beautiful. So fucking funny. Her timing, everything.
Yeah, and her voice is, like, on point, too, because she's doing some crazy things. It's not too much that it's, like, easy girl, no need for all of that.
I would never say
that
to
anyone.
Well,
because people can blow their voices out that way.
All
Basically
right.
is where I'm going with that. But meaning that she is obviously pro, taking care of it. I love that. I love that.
Oh my god, her voice is like, I don't even, what the fuck. It's so incredible. I want her to be in everything.
Everything. It's such a unique voice, too, and I feel like she can do so many styles.
She sounded incredible.
Yeah.
She was very funny.
Hilarious. Also, like, kick-ass, badass when she needed to be.
Jessica, Keenan, Wynn. Where did you fucking come from, and where have you been all my life?
She's been in LA, I guess.
She was so funny! I loved everything about the way she talked.
Yeah.
There was, like, the way she, like, she was so funny.
Mm-hmm.
She was so good.
Her, like, bratty screaming off stage was brilliant.
Mm-hmm. She was so great.
And I remember I was, like, bummed after she died. Like, 20-year-old spoiler alert. 30-year-old spoiler alert. Almost. Anyway, I was bummed when she died because I was like, oh, bye. But, like, how they worked her back into the story was perfect.
Yes, I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
I did not want to say goodbye to that character.
Right?
Alice Lee.
Oh, Alice Lee.
That Alice Lee.
She's the best.
She's amazing.
More vehicles for her all the time.
Yeah, she was so funny, too.
If you see this show, especially if you see it more than once because there's a lot to watch, but at one point you just watch Alice Lee. Whatever she's doing in the background, however she's reacting to what the Heathers are saying, do yourself a favor and watch her the whole time because it's all brilliant.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Elle McLemore. Oh my god. Watch her the whole show.
Also true.
God, she is so freaking funny. And so great. And just has that, like... Her face.
Her face.
Her facial expressions are just...
Perfect.
So on point.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
God.
And her song was great. So weird.
Can we talk about Michelle Duffy?
Yes.
Because listen, she was amazing.
She was
oh my
amazing.
god, I loved both like the teacher character. So the mom character was so funny. She also like good catch because when we saw it, the croquet ball like fell off the plate and she got it.
Yeah.
She's a pro.
Yeah.
She's a pro.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then all of a sudden you were like, your voice.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so glad she got that song because it's amazing and she just killed it.
And that character is so specific and hilarious and wonderful and amazing and had such a good wig.
It was such a good wig, and the mom's wig was good too. And the mom is a bit of a smaller role, but I thought like what she did with that was so funny. Like I think she only had like 3 scenes as the mom, but
Right.
she was hilarious. She was such a mom. Evan Todd and John Eidson as our favorite jocks turned lovers.
God! Oh.
They were so funny.
Basically. Oh my god.
Like,
I loved, like, oh god, they both had such a great way of, like, especially that scene when Veronica's like, oh, like, she's like, you know, you guys are gonna fuck me, like, so start taking her clothes off, and they're both like, okay, yeah, cool, alright, we're gonna do this. Like, oh, it was so fucking funny, because they were just like, they had sort of like that adolescent, that thing where they were like, this is something that I want really badly, and I'm so excited about it, and we're gonna do this, we're gonna fuck this girl, and like, yeah, but like, they're so inarticulate and stupid.
yeah. Yeah. They enough actual jock awfulness, but then like paired with the goofiness of the situations that the songs and the musicals put them in, it worked really, really well.
Who are the dads?
The dads are Daniel Cooney and Anthony Crivello.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Hilarious.
I've enjoyed both of them very, very much. Although I have to say, I was a little bit disappointed by their song, only because it established itself in a way that made me be like, revival number. Maybe I'm just being a little too harsh judging a revival number because I love revival numbers so much. But when that started and I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be a revival number, it wasn't as like big as I wanted it to be. Like, I don't know, I wanted like full Run Freedom Run. It wasn't quite there.
There were no tambourines.
Exactly.
But, you know.
I needed a tambourine. I needed a tambourine.
Just add a tambourine, you guys.
I needed a tambourine or some black people. That's
And Ryan McCartan.
Whoa.
Disney star, going a little dark.
He was great and terrifying.
He was great and terrifying. It was like the perfect build-up from like mysterious cool
Yes.
to like psycho.
Especially because I hadn't seen the movie in so long, I literally like forgot basically the entire plot until I was watching it, and then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. He's like the instigator of all the violence. And oh man, that part, it was close to maybe it was the first act finale, when he's holding her and like holding tightly onto her and she's like, oh fuck!
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite moments in the show because it was very real and terrifying and great.
I guess the thing that I never really got from the movie or this musical is like why she still is with him. I mean, I get it. It's like people get like trapped or they feel like it's all they will ever have, or like especially if you're a teenager, you're like, we're bigger than this. Like that song is Our Love Is God.
Right.
I do get it, but I feel like Veronica in both the movie and the musical is smarter than that, but maybe she just doesn't get there yet.
I think
giving her more credit.
Well, I also think part of it that isn't necessarily touched on as much as I'm interpreting it as being there is that, you know, straight lady stereotype of like, I'm gonna fix him. I'm gonna fix this.
Yeah.
It also kind of made me think of the Hannibal, the book. In the second Hannibal movie, they changed what happens in the book, because in the second Hannibal book, Clarice goes with Hannibal and like disappears with him because he's basically like, I'm gonna fucking kill all these people, and she's like, what if I run away with you? Will you stop killing people? I'll sacrifice myself and I'll be your slave if you stop killing people. And he's like, great, let's do this.
I mean, I guess they do touch on it in that manner where she's like, this, if you love me, you'll stop doing this. So that is in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's fucking crazy.
Guys, that second Hannibal book is a lot more fucked up than that movie. Like, a lot. I want Laurence O'Keefe to write all the musicals, basic.
All so good. And this is not... There were some things in there that sounded so Laurence O'Keefe, which I really liked. There were, like, moments of it. And nothing that sounded... Like, it all sounded new and fresh to me.
I just, like... I love the music so much. I love Legally Blonde so much. And I literally, like, whenever I think of, like, fun... you know, like movies that I love, like fun, funny movies that I love, that I'm like, I want that to be a musical. I always dream cast Laurence O'Keefe as writing the musical.
Yeah.
I'm like, this movie, Laurence O'Keefe should write it!
I love my dead gay son. Now I've been thinking, praying, reading some magazines, and it's time we opened our eyes.
He's like, I'm working on Heathers. And I just went, what? And I was sitting in the front, and he was like,